Shen Xingyu thought I was some broke college kid who couldn't even afford meals, so she sent money to my card every month and supported me for 4 whole years, all the way until graduation. After Shen Xingyu broke up with me, she vanished without a trace. Before I could even process it, her number was disconnected, and all her social media accounts were gone too. 3 days later, her lawyer came to me with a gift agreement. It said Shen Xingyu was voluntarily giving me a villa, a Bentley, and 18 million in savings as compensation for our 4-year relationship. That was when I realized she had always seen me as some broke loser, but I wasn't broke at all. When Shen Xingyu and I were together, I had told her my family was actually pretty well off, but she shot me down with total confidence. No matter how rich you are, you're still not richer than me. I didn't bother arguing with her. After all, I loved her. But everything had been fine, so why did she have to break up with me? We were so close yesterday. How did she change overnight? I forced myself to calm down, used my family connections, and quickly found out what was going on. Turns out she was getting engaged today to Pei Jingheng, the young master of the Pei family. I rushed over by car and as soon as I walked in, saw Shen Xingyu standing on stage. She wore a custom designer gown, beautiful and elegant, but her brows stayed tightly furrowed. I could tell she wasn't happy. Was she being forced into this engagement? Just then, someone in the crowd shouted, "Xingyu!" Right after that, I saw Pei Jingheng reach out to grab her. She instinctively stepped back and dodged his touch. Pei Jingheng was instantly annoyed. "Shen Xingyu, did you forget what you promised me already?" Shen Xingyu's face turned pale in an instant, but she still forced herself to take a step forward. I knew she had to be threatened by this man. When Shen Xingyu saw me, a flash of joy crossed her eyes, but it disappeared almost immediately. At that moment, Pei Jingheng glared at me from the stage. "Punk, you sure sound close when calling my fiancé." Hearing that, my heart sank. I could clearly feel every gaze on me filled with contempt. But I was never some pathetic simp. I met Shen Xingyu during a college club event. Back then, I was starving and ended up sneaking some of my roommate's snacks. Call me daddy and I'll let it slide. It was just guys messing around in the dorm, so I didn't think much of it. But Shen Xingyu happened to see it. She thought I was being bullied and stepped in to stand up for me. You can't just bully people like that. From that day on, I fell for Shen Xingyu at first sight and started chasing after her every day. Before long, we got together. The whole school heard about it, and people said Shen Xingyu was keeping a pretty boy. I was afraid she'd be embarrassed, so I told her myself that my family was actually rich. But Shen Xingyu didn't care. We were together for 4 whole years. Our love story wasn't dramatic, but it was always sweet and close. So when Shen Xingyu suddenly dumped me this time, I just couldn't accept it. I only wanted to find out what kind of trouble she was in. "You broke up with me just to marry this clown?" I frowned and looked at Shen Xingyu. Hearing that, she quickly stepped forward and slapped me across the face. "I already told you to leave. Do you not understand?" I didn't dodge the slap because Shen Xingyu was wearing heels, and I was afraid she'd lose her balance if she swung too hard. I gave a bitter laugh. She was about to marry someone else, yet I was still worrying about her. Was I really that pathetic? Then I looked at Shen Xingyu in front of me. "How could you leave without saying a word? Not even one explanation? That's not fair to me. I gave you the house and the car. What more fairness do you want, Lu Xingchen? We're already over. Back then, I dated you simply because you were handsome, poor enough, and easy to control. For someone from a family like mine, dating and marriage are 2 completely different things. And thank you for keeping me company these past 4 years, but my husband can only be Pei Jingheng. Now that you have the answer you wanted, hurry up and leave." Hearing that, I clenched my fists. So the sweet love I believed in was just wishful thinking. I thought she had some hidden reason and wanted to help her, but Shen Xingyu said she was destined for a marriage alliance. I slowly nodded. "Then that's it. I wish you happiness. Since you're already here, stay and watch the ceremony. Otherwise, you're disrespecting the Pei family and the entire city of Haicheng." Hearing that, I couldn't help laughing. Was Pei Jingheng really this arrogant? I'd heard plenty of trash talk like this before. But after I taught a few clueless fools a lesson, no one dared talk to me like that again. Pei Jingheng didn't notice the contempt in my eyes at all. Instead, he smugly clapped his hands. Right after that, several men in black suits walked out from both sides. "You're Lu Xingchen, right? Are you going to sit down yourself or should I have my men press you into that chair? Lu Xingchen, get out of here. I don't want to see you again." "Shen Xingyu, did I say you could talk? Don't tell me you really think I'm too stupid to see you're protecting this guy." Hearing that, I looked deeply at Shen Xingyu. "Today is our engagement ceremony. I just don't want anything to do with people from my past anymore, so it won't embarrass you if word gets out. Jingheng, I'm only thinking about you." Then she pointed at me. "Go sit down there and watch." 4 men in black suits immediately closed in around me. They dragged me to a seat in the corner. Since they insisted on playing this game, then they couldn't blame me for not holding back. Just then, a group of arrogant young people walked toward me. No surprise, they were probably Pei Jingheng's drinking buddies. "Punk, couldn't you just stay alive and mind your own business? Why come here and humiliate yourself? You really thought Shen Xingyu would protect you? Let me tell you the truth. Even if you hadn't shown up today, Jingheng still wouldn't have let you off. How could he allow a man who slept with his fiancée for 4 years to stay alive?" Then the group surrounded me and started laughing without restraint. I looked down and played with my phone, not even bothering to waste words on these clowns. The engagement ceremony ended quickly. Next came the part where guests ate, drank, and networked with one another. During the break, I had briefly looked into the Pei family. They were indeed the richest family in Haicheng, but they had no real foundation. In the end, they were just nouveau riche. The reason the Pei family rose so fast was because of connections in the capital. They landed several major projects in Haicheng and turned things around overnight. Even so, the Peis never truly made it into Haicheng's old money circle, so they could only marry into a lower-tier family like the Shens. It was just a trade. The Pei family wanted a ticket into high society, while the Shen family wanted Pei money to make a comeback. Right then, a young girl who looked somewhat like Shen Qingyu walked straight over and sat beside me. My name is Shen Qingwu. I'm your ex-girlfriend's younger sister. Shh. From now on, don't talk. Come with me. Did your sister send you to help me? Stop talking and hurry up. Otherwise, you won't be able to leave today. As soon as she finished speaking, several men in black suits had already surrounded us. At this point, we couldn't leave anymore. Seeing that, Shen Qingwu said, Lu Xingchen, you shouldn't have come. If you hadn't suddenly shown up, my sister wouldn't have had to marry that short, stocky creep from the Pei family. Hearing that, I was stunned. But before I could ask anything, a sudden commotion broke out in the banquet hall. I looked over and saw 7 or 8 men and women walk in. They were all young, but they carried themselves with unusual composure, especially the person walking in front. He looked barely in his early 20s. It gave off an overwhelming sense of pressure. Pei Jingheng immediately went up with a huge smile. Young Master Xiao, you finally made it. My engagement banquet almost felt incomplete without you. Xiao Muchen didn't even glance at him. You're Shen Qingyu? Shen Qingyu froze for a second, then nodded. Xiao Muchen's attitude softened a little, and a faint smile appeared on his face. He hid you way too well, otherwise we should have met long ago. When Pei Jingheng heard that, he thought Xiao Muchen was talking about him. But he didn't think too much of it, and turned to introduce him to everyone present. Everyone, this is Xiao Muchen from the Xiao family in the capital, a real top-tier heir. And the Xiao family is the biggest backing our Pei family has in Haicheng. The excitement on Pei Jingheng's face was impossible to hide. Punk, who gave you the guts? You're still sitting after seeing Prince Xiao? In an instant, everyone's eyes landed on me again. The smiles on their faces were full of malice. In their minds, since the crown prince of the capital's elite had arrived, refusing to stand meant I was disrespecting him. Surely, I was about to get dealt with, but I stayed calmly seated and smiled at Xiao Muchen. Do I need to stand? Xiao Muchen froze for a second. When he finally recognized me, his face instantly turned pale. But Pei Jingheng didn't notice anything wrong and leaned in with a sinister smile. Young Master Xiao, this guy is my fiance's ex-boyfriend. To put it bluntly, he's just a simp. I kept him here because I wanted a little entertainment. I own a dog kennel, and I'm planning to throw this kid in there to feed the hunting dogs. Pei Jingheng, you promised me that as long as I married you, you'd let Lu Xingchen go. So what? He's the one who delivered himself to my doorstep. Why should I still let him go? Hearing that, Pei Jingheng gave a cold laugh. Shen Qingyu stopped arguing with him and walked straight toward me. She shook her head helplessly with a bitter smile. Lu Xingchen, when will you ever stop making me worry?